A warm good morning to everyone. I hope you all are doing well. This is Misibu. Today in this piece, I will gonna discuss about which smartphone technology is better, uh, iPhone or iOS or Android smartphone or smartphone technology, or maybe you can say operating system. So let me begin with question. How many of you are using Android phone? Okay. How many of you are using iPhone or iOS operating system? Oh, it's just iPhone. Okay. So I see most of the hand are, most of the audience are in the iPhone range. Okay. So yeah, smartphones have become essential to our daily life. We know, and we depend on them for various purposes, various techs, and all. The iPhone and Android are two major smartphone technology in the market, but have pros and cons. Maybe you can say advantage and disadvantages of using both technologies. Choosing the best one can be difficult. However, in this specific space, I will argue that iPhone technology is better than Android technology because of its simplest integration, security features, user experience, and all. So, whenever you decide to buy a new phone, you are immediately placed in the heart of an everlasting battle between Android or Apple. No wonder that sometimes you may feel that desire to cover your hand and hand to escape your closest ear raid shelter to get away from the advertisement and all. So, however, once you are safe and away from all those advertising frenzy, the aftershocks can be struggle and can stand in the way of clear decision making. But once you detach from the consumer consciousness and logic and fact and become the best advisor, hence, if you experience the desire to follow the tendency and mainstream with iPhone and with iOS, is always a best choice. But but for everyone more sophisticated than that, there is Android as well. A successful combination of affordability, customization, operability, and yeah, cost as well. Yeah, for Android. So one of the major advantages of iPhone technology is seamless integration. Apple has developed an ecosystem that ensure all its devices work seamlessly together. Like we can use iOS, we can use iPad, we can use iPhone, we can use MacBook at the same time. Like they all are integrated with each other, and making it easy for user to switch between these devices. So, for example, if you are working on a document on your MacBook and need to leave for your meeting, so you can continue working on the same document on your iPhone or iPad without missing a beat. The level of integration is not available in Android device. While Android has made strides in the recent years to improve its integration, but it still has completely issue with some third-party apps and it's not seamless as the iPhone. So another advantage of using iPhone technology is its security features. One of the main features that we need to consider in today's world. Apple operating system is more secure than Android operating system, making it harder for hackers to infiltrate user data and all. So Apple app review process is also rigorous and ensuring that all apps on the App Store is secure and free from malware in context. And Apple open source system makes it more vulnerable to security breaches and malware attacks. While Android has made improvement to its security features, yeah, of course, but it still lags behind iPhone in terms of overall security. Apple Store remains the second largest app store with over 1.5 million available apps. Even though more people use Android than the iPhone, some of the best apps around will release on iOS first because Apple has done so much of amazing job making it easier for developer to create iOS app. Also, iPhones are faster than Android when talking about the speed, especially when using an apps. So when it comes to the battery capacity, both phones can't last a day without it being charged. But when Apple made iPhone 5, they made sure that these phones can go until 3 days without charging it, even if you are using many apps installed. Unlike other phone which only last for 8 hours, I guess, which means it only has a capacity of working hours. So it's kind of like 8 hours. not 9 to 4. So yeah, so for those already on a MacBook or iPad, iPhone seems the obvious smartphone choice, thanks to the Apple iCloud. Mac owner, for example, will be able to easily sync with a laptop, such as I mentioned earlier, like document, photos, and music and all. So without having manually to do, like without using any kind of data cable and all. So yeah, however, user will find will likely to find themselves to having to download an annoying software suite such as Samsung guys, and being able to transfer content. So far, iPhone sounds better than the Android, because most of the important options that may interest people in you can find on iPhone, because of like the speaker quality, the camera quality, and all. So yeah, Android phone have many career than iPhone, which makes them easier to find and has variety of phones to choose from. With so many manufacturers using Android, there is a huge opportunity to differentiate on price. This means you can get your hands on good quality device without whipping as you pay for it online buying an iPhone. As we already know, we everyone we know, like iPhone is much more expensive than Android phone. Yeah, in compare, yeah, in an average. So yeah, yeah, we know like Android have a bigger screen than iPhone, like Galaxy Note, which has around 6 7 inch or maybe 8 inch screen on the regular phone, on while iPhone have like 5 6 inch screen in just a regular phone. But some Android phones with big screen is kind of like hard to use because of the screen problem. It gives bugs and all, so it's easily cannot be held in a hand. And so Android gives the freedom to install an apps. We all know, because like iPhone and Apple maybe keep some apps first, but it may limit which apps which cannot be installed by forcing you to do. And compared to the data side, like iPhone is much more. iPhone have the much more privacy than in compared to the Android side. Yeah. So finally, iPhone technology have seen more user friendly interface and more easier to navigate than Android. Like we can use Apple Map, which is more better than a Google Map. And and I yeah. So yeah, Apple has developed more amazing design in their phone. Like they takes over a year to develop a single features. So that's the reason, like, which is easy to use and understand. The App Store is more straightforward, making it easy for user to find and download the app, or maybe for the developer to develop the app. So as I mentioned earlier. So Android on the other hand is more customizable, but this also means it requires more technical knowledge to use. So while this may be appeal to some user who want to pursue their phone, it can be daunting to those who prefer a more straightforward user experience. So ultimately, making the choice between Android and the iPhone come down to the personal use. For those who have a high level of customization, and Android will open to those person. And so if you are seeking a polish smartphone experience with the security features, with all the integration with affordable and with all those things, so you can go to the iPhone, so as I did. So yeah, I guess iPhone is much more better, and iPhone won't disappoint you, trust me. Thank you so much. Have a nice day, everyone. Thank you.